Inside Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party blowout, a night that quite literally stopped Hollywood in its tracks. On November 8, 2025, Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty, celebrated her milestone 70th birthday in a way that only she could, with a lavish, over-the-top, James Bond-themed gala hosted at none other than Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's mansion in Beverly Hills. And trust me, this wasn't just a party, it was an event, a cultural moment, the kind of star-studded affair that Hollywood will be talking about for years. The invitations alone were a clue that this was going to be legendary. Elegant black and gold envelopes embossed with 0070, a clever nod to the Bond theme and Kris turning 70, were hand-delivered to a guest list that included the world's biggest stars. Inside the invite, guests were told to dress to kill, and that's exactly what they did. When the night came, the Bezos estate was transformed into a cinematic experience straight out of a Bond movie. Sleek black cars lined the driveway, chandeliers sparkled through the tall glass walls, and staff dressed in tuxedos welcomed guests with champagne served in crystal glasses. The entire mansion was bathed in golden light, with massive 70-shaped floral installations and the iconic Bond gun barrel logo projected onto the walls. And then came the woman of the hour, Kris Jenner herself. She arrived wearing a custom crimson-red gown that instantly turned heads. The gown was dramatic, strapless, with a flowing train and intricate ruffle detailing that caught the light every time she moved. Paired with sheer black gloves, dazzling diamond earrings, and her signature sleek bob, Kris looked every bit the Hollywood queen she's always been. It was a look that screamed confidence, power, and timeless glamour. Her daughters didn't hold back either. Kim Kardashian showed up in a dazzling black corset gown with silver crystal embellishments and opera-length gloves. Kylie Jenner went for a white cutout dress that hugged every curve, while Kendall Jenner wore a striking red fishtail gown that perfectly matched her mom's. Khloé stunned in a metallic champagne dress that shimmered under the chandeliers, and Kourtney, now embracing her Mama 4 glow, wore a velvet black off-shoulder gown paired with bold red lipstick. Even Rob Kardashian, who tends to stay out of the spotlight, made a rare appearance, dressed sharp in a tailored suit and smiling alongside his sisters. As the evening began, the mood was pure elegance, a blend of sophistication and nostalgia. Guests were treated to martinis and canapés served on silver trays while a live orchestra played smooth jazz renditions of Bond themes. But soon the night transformed into something far more vibrant. Bruno Mars himself took the stage for a surprise performance, belting out hits like Treasure and Uptown Funk while guests danced under a massive chandelier that reportedly cost more than most people's homes. Among the A-list crowd were Oprah Winfrey, Adele with her partner Rich Paul, Mariah Carey, Tyler Perry, Mark Zuckerberg, and even Beyoncé and Jay-Z, who reportedly slipped in discreetly through a private entrance. Rumors spread that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle also made an appearance, keeping a low profile, but warmly greeting Kris and her daughters. Each of Kris's children took a moment to toast their mother. Kim went first, delivering a heartfelt and emotional speech that brought Kris to tears. She said, "You've shown us all what it means to work hard, to love deeply, and to live beautifully. You're the glue that holds us together. You are and will always be our superhero." Khloé followed, her voice trembling slightly as she called her mom the heart of the family, saying, "Mom, you are the reason we are who we are. You've guided us with strength, with humor, with love. You've sacrificed everything to build this family and to keep it together." Kylie, the youngest, kept her speech short but touching. "You're not just my mom, you're my best friend," she said, as Kris smiled proudly. Kendall added, "You've taught me to never settle, to always stay classy, and to find joy in everything I do." Even Rob Kardashian, who rarely speaks publicly, took the microphone and said softly, "Mom, I love you. You're everything to me and to Dream. Thank you for being my rock." After the speeches, a massive cake was rolled out, a 5-tier masterpiece designed to look like a glimmering diamond, complete with edible gold leaf and sugar roses. As Kris blew out her candles, the crowd erupted into cheers and applause. Guests later revealed that the cake alone took over 72 hours to make. The feed, of course, was next level. A gourmet dinner prepared by a Michelin-starred chef featured truffle risotto, lobster tail, filet mignon, and a dessert bar that could only be described as heaven on earth. But as with any true Hollywood party, there was some chaos. Around 11 p.m., neighbors reportedly called the police due to noise complaints because, of course, when Bruno Mars is performing in your backyard, the volume isn't exactly low. Officers arrived but left shortly after confirming the event had all necessary permits. Later, there were reports that temporary hedges set up for privacy along the street didn't have the proper city clearance, prompting another brief visit from local authorities. Still, nothing could dampen the spirits of the night. Kris just laughed it off, reportedly saying, "It's not a real party until the cops show up." Throughout the night, videos and clips from guests flooded social media. The hashtag Kris Jenner 70th instantly began trending worldwide. Fans couldn't get enough of the glamorous shots of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, and the internet exploded with comments like, "Kris is aging backwards," and "This is how you celebrate 70 in style." One particularly viral moment came when the DJ transitioned into a remix of the KUWTK theme song, and the entire family, Kim, Khloé, Kourtney, Kendall, Kylie, and even Kris, hit the dance floor together, laughing and holding hands as cameras captured them all swaying in unison as a massive screen behind them displayed clips from their early reality show days, a full-circle tribute to how far they've come as a family. The décor was nothing short of cinematic. Giant mirrors, glass tables adorned with red roses, candlelight reflecting off gold-trimmed walls, everything felt like a movie set. Each room inside the mansion had its own Bond-inspired name: the Casino Royale Lounge, the Golden Eye Bar, and the Skyfall Terrace. Guests could even play roulette and blackjack with custom chips bearing Kris's initials. And then there was the afterparty. As the clock struck midnight, the mood shifted from classic to electric. DJ Khaled took over the booth, playing hits while the younger crowd, including Kendall and Kylie and their friends, turned the mansion into a dance floor. Kim and Khloé, never ones to miss a good time, joined in, while Kris and her longtime partner Corey Gamble danced together near the bar. Witnesses said Kris looked radiant, laughing, spinning, and enjoying every moment of her milestone night. For a woman who built one of the most powerful families in pop culture, this birthday wasn't just a celebration, it was a declaration. Kris Jenner, at 70, is still on top of her game. Still glamorous, still sharp, still running her empire with unmatched energy. She's been called a momager, a queen, and even a business genius, and that night proved she's all of the above. The next morning, the internet was flooded with coverage of the party. Every major outlet called it the event of the year. Fashion critics praised Kris's gown, calling it one of her most iconic looks ever. Fans gushed over how close the family seemed, and even skeptics had to admit Kris Jenner knows how to make a moment. But perhaps the most touching part of it all wasn't the luxury, or the A-list guests, or even the performances. It was the genuine emotion. The way her children looked at her, the way her grandchildren ran up to hug her during the evening. It was a celebration of legacy, love, and the power of family. Kris Jenner has always been the mastermind behind the Kardashian-Jenner brand. She's turned reality TV into a billion-dollar empire, managed 6 incredibly successful careers, and somehow maintained her own sense of grace through it all. This birthday marked not just another year, but another reminder that Kris isn't just a mother or a manager, she's a movement. At 70, Kris is proof that reinvention has no age limit. Her party was more than just a gathering of celebrities. It was a statement of power, glamour, and endurance. It was a reflection of everything she's built, everything she's achieved, and everything she still plans to conquer. And if you thought this was her slowing down, think again. Because if Kris Jenner has taught us anything, it's that she's always one step ahead, always planning the next big move, always ready to surprise the world. So, as the lights dimmed, the music faded, and the last guests said their goodbyes, one thing was clear. Kris Jenner's 70th birthday wasn't just a party. It was a legacy moment. The kind of night that defines an era. The kind of night that reminds everyone why she's the ultimate Hollywood icon. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this. Because when it comes to the stars, there's always another story waiting to break.